Hello. Today I'd like to talk to you about the United States between the years of 1820 and 1860. During this time period, the United States had many different characteristics about and many different regions that I'd like to discuss with you today. Whether it be the West and the Manifest Destiny, the South and the rise of cotton, or the North and the industrial boom. So I'd like to talk to you guys about the West first. So the idea of Manifest Destiny basically was that it was the Americans' God-given right to claim all the lands west of the Appalachian Mountains. With this idea, there were many outcomes. With this one idea, many outcomes came from it. Whether it be the wars with Mexico over Texas or the California gold rush that happened in the 1840s and 50s. Next, I'd like to move on into the northern and southern states. I'd like to start off with the southern states. So in the South, the rise of cotton and the usage of slave labor was still a very profitable institution. So at the time, the South was producing about 2/3 of the world's cotton exports, which was basically or essentially the backbone of the U.S. economy at the time. This gave the southern states, the southern officials, a lot of hope, a lot of false hope, that is, that they would be fine, even though they only had one key crop and relied on an institution that had begun to be looked down upon by the rest of the world. With that, the slave markets and the revitalization of the domestic slave trade played a key role in the South's success. Next, the northern states and the industrial boom and the Second Great Awakening, I believe. During that time period, a lot of northern states pushed for the abolition of slavery. The industrial boom helped create more jobs, including those such as textile mills and factories. And with that, it allowed the northern states to have a more self-sustaining economy when it came down to it compared to the southern states. And as time would go on, it showed that the northern states were more equipped and more prepared to take things on than when compared to the southern states. However, even with these three different regions, I feel as though the West and the Manifest Destiny had more ties to what the Founding Fathers had in mind than the other two. Just for the fact that with the Manifest Destiny, with the Western expansion, it gave breath to that American dream. The idea that anybody can do anything, that no matter who you are or where you're from, you can step out into the unknown and make something for yourself. And that's essentially what a lot of the Western migrating people did, and that's why I believe that they encompass more of what the Founding Fathers had in mind for America than the other two during the time period. Thank you.